Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you all of the products that I've been loving for the month of January. January was such a long month, but it was truly amazing. It was my birthday month, I got my license, and I have found a whole bunch of amazing products that I know I'll be using forever and ever. So yeah, if you guys want to find out what products I've been loving, then just keep on watching. The first product that I want to mention is the L'Oreal Sleek It Iron Straight Hairspray. This stuff is sensational. It's great for keeping my hair straight, especially because I don't like to straighten my hair. I feel like it takes me forever. My hair never cooperates, but this really helps and it smells really great. So I look forward to straightening my hair because of the smell and because of the fact that I know it's going to actually help to keep it straight for a long time. Not to mention, you can find it at Walmart for like $4, so it's very inexpensive and I think it performs really well. The next product I wanted to mention is the Badescu Facial Spray with Aloe, Cucumber, and Green Tea. This is so good. It smells amazing. I mean, pretty much everything that you see here, I'm going to be in love with the scent. And if not, I have something to say about the scent. I'm a scent kind of gal. But this is really great. It hydrates my skin. I love to use this like right before I set my foundation in place. It's more of like the MAC Fix Plus facial spray kind of thing. And I also use this on top of my skincare right before I go to bed. It smells really good. I mean, it looks like I haven't used any of it, but trust me, I have. And I'm going to keep repurchasing this forever and ever. I did try the rose one in the past, but I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to rose, so I can't use it. But this was really, really great. One product that isn't technically a January favorite, but I felt the need to talk about it, is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. This one is the 32-ounce bottle. It's ginormous. Like, you see my hand? It's huge. My arm. It's pretty big. But what I like about it is the fact that if you are a makeup artist, I don't know what I was going to say. If you're a makeup artist, this is great to keep in your kit. You can put it in like a little travel case if you wanted to. But what I love the most about it is the fact that I got this for 39 bucks. Yes, that's expensive, but the one that's like 8 ounces is $24. So save yourself a little bit of money, invest in this one, and you won't have to repurchase it over and over again. Another brush cleaner that I love is the one from Clinique, but I feel like this one is just a little bit more heavy duty, and I don't have to spray as much to get the brush cleaned. Like, I've used this, I'm trying to think of like how many times. I've tried probably like 2 times, cleaning at least 40 plus brushes each time, and it's done a really great job. So I figured I'd mention it so that you guys can go and pick it up. I've bought mine at Sephora and I was really excited that they had it online. Moving on to makeup, I've actually rediscovered the Fenty Beauty Primer. I'm really impressed with it. I feel like the first time that I used it, I had nothing but like, not negative things to say about it, but it was just like, meh. It's an okay primer. You guys know how much I love the one from Too Faced, the peach one, but lately for like an everyday kind of makeup, this has been doing it for me. It just makes my skin look really skin-like, and I feel like it does keep pretty good hold of the makeup that I have, so it's been a good one. And the consistency, I mean, I'm gonna show you guys, I'm sure you've seen it like a million times. It's slightly tacky, but what I love about it is that it's very hydrating as well. So I feel like, especially if you have combo dry skin, you're gonna love this. And even if you're oily, it's not gonna produce a lot of oil. So I do think it's a pretty good primer. In the month of January, I also found myself reaching for the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I picked this up in the shade Valencia, and it just gives me such a beautiful finish to my skin. I'm very oily even in the winter, and I felt like this just gave me exactly what I needed in a foundation. Not to mention the color is just super spot on, and the hype is real. So if you get a chance to go into Sephora or I guess like a NARS boutique, I would highly recommend that you pick up a sample of this foundation so you can also give it a try and you won't regret it. If I wasn't using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, I was using these two. The first one is very new to my collection, and it's the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. and I use the shade C8. I picked this up from Ulta on their website as soon as they released it, and I was super excited. The only thing with this concealer is that it is quite light, so I do recommend being very careful with the color that you order. And if you think you're gonna choose one shade, choose the one right above it just to be on the safe side, because that's what I should have done. But this is the concealer that I have on today, and I feel like it is so beautiful. It blends out really well, and it gives me just enough coverage. The applicator is very similar to the one from Tarte, but I do believe there's less product in this one, so that's just one thing to note. The other concealer that I was reaching for quite a bit was the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is an oldie but a goodie, and I completely forgot how good it was. I felt like I was getting into a rut of just using the same product over and over again. I know the Tarte Shape Tape is still a great concealer, but I wanted to just kind of branch out and use what I have. So I do have this one in the shade NC35, and it really does last a really long time. It gives me the right coverage, and I also love the shade range. By the way, I saw on Instagram Trendmood put up that they're coming out with a new concealer, and I cannot wait. I feel like MAC just kills every concealer that they have. Like, I have quite a few of theirs, and I love it. Speaking of MAC, I also picked up the Dark Deepest Mineralized Skin Finish. I've been using Give Me Sun for such a long time that I felt like I needed to give it a break, but I still wanted to try something different. And I've seen a lot of beauty gurus using this particular shade for contour and bronzer, and I feel like it's a pretty nice shade. It just warms up my complexion really well, and it's not as warm as Give Me Sun, so I figured it would be a great opportunity for me to try it. And let me tell you guys, this is so good, especially if you're just like a little bit more tan than like an NC42. I think this shade is really gonna work well on your skin, and it's gonna blend like a dream. For blush, I was obsessed with the shade Warm Hibiscus from Flower Beauty, and it's their little flower pots. It's such a pretty shade. It looks just like, what's that blush called? NARS Orgasm, but it's cheaper, and I feel like it's nice and pigmented, and it just gives you a nice luminosity to your skin. I probably have so many blushes just like this, but I do really enjoy the formula, so I will be picking up some more just because I was impressed. For highlighter, I found myself reaching for products that, again, I've had in my collection and maybe I've been neglecting. And one of those products was the Jouer highlight in Citrine. It's super buttery. Let me see if I can give you guys a little swatchy swatch. Ooh, like poke my lip. But it's so pretty, and it blends really well on the skin. I do have it on right now, but I've had my makeup on for quite a while, so I feel like it's probably worn off at this point. But you know what? The formula is beautiful, and I highly recommend, if you're in the market for something a little bit different than what everyone else is using, to pick this guy up. In December, I raved about the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. Little did I know that I was also going to find another product that I loved just as much, if not a little bit more. The Maybelline Brow Definer from their Total Temptation line is fabulous. The only downside, and I've had this happen with a lot of the brow definer pencils, is that it does tend to like get dull, so it's not as pointy as it is in the beginning, but it's really nice for just like a quick everyday kind of fill-in. And what I love about it is the price point. It's drugstore, you can get it at Ulta, use coupons, get it when they have like buy one get one 50% off when it comes to Maybelline, so you can stock up on them. But their shade range is pretty good, and I feel like it's just an overall good pencil to have. Whenever I'm doing more of a glam look, I will reach for the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Dark Brown. I love this because it gives it gives my eyebrows a really defined look, and it makes them look really crisp and clean, and a little bit goes a long way. So again, it's worth your money. I feel like when you use any other kind of brow pencil, even the Maybelline one, you'll just go through it really quickly. So this is going to be there to save the day. Plus, you oily girls, this ain't going nowhere. For eyeshadow, I wanted to shout out the Patrick Starr and MAC collaboration. This one is in the palette called Glam AF. I've really been reaching for these shades quite a bit. I'm going to show you guys up close. They're so gorgeous. I'll read them to you in order. So we have Brulee up top. We have Oh My God. We have Saddle, and we have Embark. Now these colors, a lot of them are already staples, but I feel like this is great for travel because you know you're just going to toss these shades and you can come up with several eye looks, both natural and also super glam AF. And I don't know, I feel like he did a fabulous job with his collection. I love the lip product. But yeah, this was such a really cute palette. The only thing, and this I say every single time, I kind of wish I had a little mirror, but that's okay. That's just me being really nitpicky. The second eyeshadow palette that I wanted to shout out is the Dream Street palette from Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. Such a stunning eyeshadow palette. I've been using it more for the neutral shades, but it's so pretty. I love this gold, the rose gold shade. Really pretty for like an everyday kind of look and just taking it and kicking it up a notch. They're very buttery. I'm so bad at swatches, but they're super pretty. This other shade is more of like a silvery color. Super stunning. And then we have this matte teal. Just look at that. Super, super pigmented. And they swatch so well. I mean, on the eyes it's even better because, again, a swatch might not always be the best way to determine whether or not a product is going to perform for you, but that palette is superb. Like, honestly, look at that teal. That was just one swatch. So good. While we're on the subject of eyes, I did want to go ahead and mention 3 different eyeshadow brushes that I feel like have completely changed my eyeshadow game. The first one is the Morphe M513. It looks like this. It's a blending brush, but what makes it really special is that it's slightly tapered and more of a rounded blending brush. Now, if I could compare it to anything, it would be similar to the Sephora one. Now you're gonna notice that the Sephora one is much fluffier and bigger, and sometimes this can get in the way, and I never really noticed it until I started doing more dramatic and more like detailed looks. So if I try to do more of like that crease action, it's just gonna go all over the place, and I'm not gonna have that great definition that I have with this one. So this is an all-star. It might even replace the Sephora one. I'm gonna have to pick up several backups so that I always have it on hand. And then I also have these 2 mini brushes. The first one being the M514, which is really, really tiny. It's perfect for that detailed crease work. Like, I use this for the black just to kind of like spread it around, or not spread it around, but blend it out and still keep that definition so that you can see the gradient of the color that I placed before. And then the brush number M562, also super, super tiny. I feel like this brush is going to be excellent if you have hooded lids and you want to do cut crease action. It's really going to sit in place really nicely, and it's just going to give you the definition that you've always wanted. So I feel like these brushes may be super underrated, and if they're not, people just need to get more, you know? For lashes, I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I cannot get enough of the Nubounsom Dragon Lee lashes. These are gonna be like my all-time favorites for life. These are so good. I'm wearing them right now. They just make every lash. They make every eye look stand out, and they're not heavy. They're not super dramatic, but they're dramatic, and I love it. Now, on the days that I want to do more of like a subtle glam, but still want to be glam, I'll reach for the Ardell Studio Effects. This is a nice clean pack. I did purchase quite a few last month because Ulta had a sale, but these are great for every day. I feel like they're even better than the regular Demi Wispies because they're a little bit more flirty and they have more like a fluffy edge to them. So I'm just super, super obsessed, and I highly recommend that if you are a beginner to lashes that you try these out. And last but certainly not least, we have our lip products that I'm super excited to show you guys. The first product that I'm going to mention is actually one that I picked up for my birthday. It was the birthday gift at Ulta, and it is the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil. When I first saw it, I was like, I don't really know. But once I started using it, I came to find that it's really moisturizing on the lips. It gives you just the right amount of tint, and it just smells really good too. It smells like cherries, but it says it's cranberry and pomegranate. I just noticed that. But this is really good, and if you're having a birthday coming up, make sure to pick up your birthday gift at Ulta Beauty. These two products I mentioned already in December, but I had to just give them a quick shout out again. I cannot stop using the Patrick Starr Mahogany Lip Liner. I know that this is part of the permanent line, but it's just that good. I use it with every single lip look that I'm doing, especially if it's more like a glam look. I used it every time that I went out for my birthday. It was the best lip liner. It is still the best lip liner that I have. I think it just really complements my skin tone, and it makes my lips look bigger without having to do too much to them, which is always a plus. So I just wanted to give this a shout out. And of course, the lip gloss that I'm just ride or die for is the I Love Sarai and ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Atoll. I have worn this so many times, and it's just that good. The formula on this is so creamy. It does not feel super sticky on the lips, and it just has a super intense shine, just like any lip gloss should have. Today on my lips, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick in the shade Kiss. Now this is relatively new to me in my collection. I'm gonna try to swatch it. There's the shade. I know, guys, it looks like every other lip color I've ever owned, but I really enjoy these. The only thing about them, and at least the first time that I put it on, I was like, why does it feel weird? It's a little, because it's a matte lipstick, it does feel a little rough. And it also had like a weird point to it in the beginning, but the more you use it, it'll go away. And then on top of that, I have the New Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade On Repeat. Oh, you guys, this is so beautiful. I'm gonna put a little bit more. It's the perfect nude. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys too. And it's super, super shiny. Can you guys see that? So, so shiny. They smell like cupcakes, and I just love Dose of Colors as a brand. They have the best products in my opinion, some of the best products in my opinion, and they're just so good. The last lip product is one that I've been reaching for quite a bit, and I've gotten so many compliments every time I wear it, and that is the NARS Lip Pigment in the shade Slow Ride. This is truly an outstanding shade. It's like, you know what it is actually, now that I think about it? It's like the lip liner Mahogany, but in a liquid lipstick. And it's so stunning. I'm actually gonna swatch the two next to each other because I just realized that they're pretty much the same thing. Oh yeah. Mahogany is a little bit darker. It's actually quite a bit darker, but they're so similar in tone that they look phenomenal. Surprisingly enough, I have not paired these two. Whenever I use a NARS liquid lipstick, I never use a lip liner because of the applicator that it has. It's so fine and nice that when I put it on, it just acts as a lip liner, and it's so rich in pigment that I don't have to worry about lining my lips. This is the only shade that I've used in the formula, but I'm sure if I had used a lighter shade, then I probably would use a lip liner. But it is such a beautiful shade, and it's my go-to, especially when I be wanting to especially when I want to be a little bit extra glam. So there you have it. After I've like swatched everything on my hands, these were truly the best products that I had found in the month of January, and I'm so excited. February is already starting to be a pretty great month as well. There's quite a bit of products that I've been playing around with, and more that I will be showing you guys in future videos. So As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you have any suggestions for future videos, just let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear them. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.